Okay, here we are for another episode of the Brotherly Love Show.
New studio.
So we got a new wall. Last video I made when I was lost in the woods. Hillbillies got after me.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Well, did you see the video?
Hmm.
Somebody posted that on YouTube for me when I was lost in the woods. Was that you?
Hmm.
Must have been my wife.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was lost for days. But in the video, that hillbilly, I ran into a hillbilly in the woods, and he had a knife, and that scared me. And he ran after me with a knife. So
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the video.
yeah, and the reason, he got after me, but he didn't kill me, obviously, because I'm here. The problem was, the hillbilly, the reason he ran after me with a knife was because he thought I was coming out of the woods. He thought I was from the government. And he was there in that barn on watch to guard their stash of guns.
Mm.
Because I got to talk to him later on after we got to running for a long time. He said that the government had been coming after his guns and trying to take their guns away. But, yeah, after the hillbilly got after me, I was able to, calm him down and talk to him and explain what I was doing out in the woods, and he explained his situation. And he brought me back to his tribe there,
Oh,
and I hung out with him for days. Yeah, so that's pretty much
pretty
it.
cool story.
Yeah.
Back to this village.
I don't know if you call it a tribe or what.
Yeah. So you back out there?
Huh?
Garden is he back out there?
Yeah. I mean, I could bring him in
Watch
for
out
an
for the
interview.
hillbilly.
He's actually a pretty good guy. That's why it
You can
inspired
bring him
me to
in
grow
for a
this
podcast.
beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring him in for a show.
Yeah.
Ask him about the government, what they're doing out there.
Yeah, so, the government, they're trying to take their guns, and they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and that hillbilly actually inspired me to, kind of live a quiet life like a hillbilly,
It is inspiring.
Yeah.
Drawing. It's drawing for sure.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's my story, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
So the title of this episode is going to be "How to Live a Quiet Life." Right? What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
But first,
It's,
before we get into that, we were going to talk about our running plans for the rest of the year. So it is July. No, wait, it's March. Yeah, my time is all messed up.
August.
Oh yeah, it's August. Yeah, August.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So-
Olympics are going on. Whew. Crazy Olympics this year.
Yeah. Yeah, we should talk about that one day.
Yeah. Maybe not today.
Yeah.
We'll wait till Olympics are over. Okay, yeah, so no, I've been watching the track and field a little bit now, and it's pretty good. But it's got me motivated about my running and what I want to do for the rest of the year. So it's August, you got August, and you got September, October, November, January. December. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
So we have I don't know, 4 or 5 months. What do you have planned?
On my ultra plan.
Races for the rest of the year. You have any races for the rest of the year?
No, just the Santa Scramble. But I mean, that's just like that's an always every year thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Santa
well,
Scramble.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Kids are gonna do that.
Gonna have the I want to do the Strengthless Park Challenge. At some point, I'd like to do that in the fall.
Oh, I had an idea for that, but we'll talk about. So, Billy and I kind of pressured him into this, so you can blame me. But I don't know if we'll get this done or not. So in August, we're gonna do a marathon,
Yeah.
and I think we've decided on a course, right? And the course, the rules of this. The rules of this little challenge. Is it 5 months? 5 months challenge.
Yeah.
Is all runs are unpaid and self-supported and for fun, so they're not gonna cost. And 1 run per month, and they're ultra runs, except for the one in August, which I mean you could say that a marathon is kind of, it's an ultra run.
It's up there.
You do a marathon, you take another step, it's an ultra run.
Yeah.
So in August we're gonna do a marathon. I think we decided on a route. We don't really need to elaborate on the route. We could change that if we wanted. And if anybody watching wants to run a marathon with us, we haven't decided on a date either. But it's gonna be toward the end of August.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not on Andrew's birthday. Andrew's birthday is the end of this month, so we'll have to figure that out. But so we've been trying to train for a marathon.
I mean, actually, it could be any time. August 3rd.
Well, you
But
got
we
to get
could
a
do
little bit of
mid-August.
training in.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trying to PR a marathon or anything like that. We're just trying to ramp up our miles and I mean, I would like to do it at least in under 5 hours.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I think.
4 hours would be nice. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Minimal training.
No, it might be. No, we could do that. That wouldn't be too bad, actually.
I mean, it might, depending on the heat, depending on the temperature that day.
Yeah.
And we should probably start early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so September, we're gonna ramp it up in mileage, and we're going to do a 50K. And is it a little bit cooler in September?
I think so. I know about mid-September it gets. I guess that's Heather's birthday. It usually starts cooling down around her birthday every year. So around mid,
His
I mean,
birthday in
not-
September.
cold, but the humidity starts to break.
Are you gonna be able to do a 50K in
Yeah.
his birthday month?
Her birthday month.
Yeah. So whenever we decide to do the marathon, we should wait about a month to do the
50K.
50K. I don't know, depending on how our legs feel. And the 50K, what I thought, maybe we could do the 50K out at Frank List doing it for your Afton, I mean not
Yeah,
Afton, your Franklin Park Challenge.
Yeah, because I don't know how many miles I'll get in there anyway.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if we get
even if
50
you
miles
don't-
in.
No, 50K.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get
32.
more than 50K, it's okay. That's a bonus. But I thought about it. I don't think. I mean, I think I would be pleased just to do
Yeah.
50K.
Yeah, it'd be trail also, so you know, tougher.
It'd be tough, but I don't know. I'll let you decide on that because it's your challenge. So in October, we're ramping it up another few miles to a 50 miler. In October.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, I don't have a course. We don't have a course yet, and anyone's welcome to join. Hopefully they can get this park, Afton Park, opened up. I mean, it's called Dork Park. In the neighborhood, maybe they'll have that opened up and we can do some mileage out there. And that's gonna be just a long, slow run, multiple stops. And in November, I don't know why I keep skipping months. November, we're going to do 100K. You think we'll be able to do that?
Probably, I don't know. I hope so. We should be able to work ourselves up to that. Like the other ones.
If all goes well, I want to keep my mind in the game, the ultra game. Do 100K. That's only 62 miles.
Yeah, it's huge.
Because in December, 100 miles. Whether it be one day or multiple days, I want to do 100 miles. It might take me 35 hours, but
Yeah. Yeah, it might take. It's gonna take.
it might take me 40
But
hours.
it'll be all road, I'm sure.
Well,
Probably.
if they have Dorton Park open,
Yeah.
we could do just multiple loops where you have a cooler and you have everything you need
Yeah, that'd be cool. Do
right here, you know.
Yeah.
And you come back to the house, eat dinner, eat every meal here, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, if the park was open.
Yeah, it should be. It was only supposed to be a 9-month deal. I think they're over now.
I
So
thought they were supposed to be done in September.
yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. So that is our schedule for the rest of the year, and then on into January. You know, what it was January is always the idiot run, or is that February?
February.
February is the idiot
Like the
run,
15th
and
or
March
something like that.
is the URI
URI.
Marathon. I think that
Or actually, I'm gonna take a 50. Yeah, they're all right there
Jack's
together.
wanting to do those.
Yeah. So we should be good and
That'll be
ready
fun.
for unless we get hurt
I don't think
for the URA this year.
there's any reason to get hurt unless we do a bunch of speed work
Yeah.
like we were doing earlier this year. And that speed work isn't for the old men like us.
Yeah. No, I'm a little beat up feeling right now. So it's all unsupported and we're not gonna spend a dime unless we have to buy some new running gear.
No, one of my goals this year is I haven't bought any shoes this year and on into the year, and beginning of this year I said I wasn't gonna buy any shoes of any kind, and I have not yet. So I'm looking at my shoe rack right now, and there's no reason for me to buy
No,
any
it's
shoes.
pretty
I
impressive
have a
shoe
lot
rack.
of shoes.
I'm gonna try to do all those in my Saucony Convara, the new pair I bought. That I haven't worn yet.
I'm gonna go with. I mean, I'm liking these Nikes, and then I got those Hokas for the really ultra trail runs.
The Speed Goats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but those Nike trail shoes really good on yours. Can't remember the name of those.
Wild Horse or something like that. Wow. No.
No, one of those the Wild Horse.
Oh, the Tigers.
The other one's the Terra Tiger.
Yeah.
That's it. The other one is the Wild Horse.
Yeah, those are nice. I tried those on.
Anyway, and then the kids, they've all got cross country going on, so that's what we're gonna be,
Mhm.
spending the next few months with them in cross country. So that's our running schedule, and I'm gonna try and make a few running videos. I might try and document the marathon that we do, and the 50K, and the 50 miler, and definitely the 100 miler. So,
I should probably video some stuff.
yeah, that'd be fun.
Some TV.
Yeah, so today, what did we decide? We decided to talk about power of a quiet life.
Yeah, unless you wanted to talk about the other. It
No,
don't matter.
no, so Billy sent me this link to this YouTube video. It's called The Power of a Quiet Life. It's Francis Chan. If any of you guys know who that is, or if you Google that and look at that video, it's pretty awesome. He sent it to me and Wes. And Wes was supposed to be here today, and we were going to interview him, but he's in the middle of a move, so we will get him in as soon as we can. You guys are on Lake West. So the power of a quiet life. So ultimately, what is Francis Chan talking about? Is he Chinese?
I think Chinese. Yeah, because he refers to himself as Chinese. I didn't know. I thought he was like Vietnamese or something. But I think in that video he actually said he was Chinese. He's good.
Yeah, he's really good. He explains exactly what his concept of what he's talking about way better than I think that we ever could. Definitely than what I ever could. That's why I'll try and put a link in this YouTube video to this video from Francis Chan to the power of a quiet life. But I really loved the video. It's only 34 minutes. What do you think he's talking about?
Oh, let's see. Well, I guess he based it on 1 Thessalonians 4. I can read it.
Okay.
You want me to?
Yeah.
11. 1 Thessalonians 4:11. Well, let me start out 10. 10.5. But we urge you, brother, to do this more and more, and to aspire to live quietly, and to mind your own affairs, and to work with your hands, as we instructed you, so that you may walk properly before outsiders and be dependent on no one. I think when you read that, and to make it your ambition to live quietly and peacefully.
Yeah. If you Yeah, if you, like you said, if you make it your ambition to live quietly and peacefully, then how can you do that? That's the question I had for you and Jackie. Or not Jackie. I always think Jackie. Francis.
Yeah.
Is I love the idea of living a quiet life, and that's what we should do, but at the same time, we should be sharing the gospel
Yeah.
because that's what we're commanded to do. It's ultimately what we are here to do now. And how can we do that? Share the gospel. I mean, and how can I do this? Like have a show on
Yeah.
YouTube, but also live a quiet life. That's my question.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do that? I mean, that's what I strive to do.
Yeah, I think he was talking about that too. Like nowadays, it is hard. It's hard to do that, just because you get caught up in everything. Like he started talking about how like everybody's post. Like I don't think the YouTube, but you know how you just post. Like he was talking about how everybody posts everything. Like you just
Yeah.
like what you're eating. Like he was talking about even your
Instagram, Facebook,
yeah.
TikTok. Said
He's even seen like people doing their morning.
yeah, posting their morning prayer or
Yeah, he's like prayer time to God or whatever. You post it, take a picture, but
yeah, and that kind of goes against. I mean, that's not necessarily bad or anything, but it kind of goes against when you pray. Does the Bible say go into
yeah, go into a closet, and shut the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also he talks about how the Pharisees they pray out in the open, these big fancy prayers, you know,
Right.
and how that's not what he's not looking for that. He wants you to do it in quiet and just between you and him, you know. Because otherwise, I guess it becomes boastful and prideful, showy. I guess that would be prideful.
Yeah.
And it's just not like you're not pure. It's not pure at heart. Like I guess like it's you have different motivations for your prayer other than just going to Him. And, I guess for me, yeah, living a quiet life. Maybe that's it. Being pure at heart. Maybe. I mean, I'm just throwing something out there, but like, don't have all these motivations behind. Like, so you go to church. Say you just go to church. What's your motivation to go to church? Is it just to go there and drive your new fancy car to it, and everybody can see it, or wear your new clothes, or go in there and talk. Oh, you know what I did this week? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess the motivation should be to go be with other Christians, and I guess you do need to talk about
Fellowship.
yeah, because you need to talk about ask for prayer, like for people at work that you're trying to lead to share the gospel with, and stuff like that. I don't know, but like what I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there, like
No.
what a quiet life is. Because a lot would be a busy, like I guess not a quiet life too. I would think like being a busybody maybe.
Right.
Just like always something going. That's what I feel like. I always have something going all the time.
Right.
It's hard to. That's what I was saying. It was hard not to, especially like right now, the girls doing cross country, and Elliot doing gymnastics. Then I work, and then we're painting the house. There's always something going on, and something breaks, and I have to fix that. And youth is starting back up.
There's nothing wrong with. I would think it would be good to stay busy.
Yeah, yeah, it does say. What's it say about a mind, a linger, or I can't think of words right now, but
Oh, I never can. But
yeah, a mind that's not busy is not good, you know. start.
And what is the scripture says it's good for a man to do two things, work with his hands, and do you recall that scripture?
No.
Yeah, I might have wrote it down in some.
Oh, well, they said, is it this one? And to make it your ambition to live quietly and peacefully and to mind your own affairs and work with your hands.
Yeah, maybe, but I think there's one that elaborates more on working with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was from Chan here,
I guess.
talking about Jesus. We didn't know what Jesus was doing
Oh,
in his
yeah.
early 20s up into his
Till his 30s.
30s.
Yeah.
And he was,
What was
But-
he doing?
yeah, and well, what
Well, we know
we
he's a
know,
carpenter.
he was a
Yeah.
carpenter. He was working with his hands, and he was praying. We know that, and he was working with his hands. So
He was
that's
going
what
to the
we should
synagogue.
be doing.
Yeah.
We should be praying, and then we should be working with our hands. And that doesn't mean that we have to be a carpenter. That doesn't mean that we have to be a brick mason. You know, it just means, I think,
Yeah.
it means stay busy.
Live quietly and peacefully and to mind your own affairs and work with your hands. That's 4 things.
Okay.
Just as we directed you. So live quietly. Talked about peacefully. See, that's something. And peacefully.
Right.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of if you get on
I
YouTube.
struggle with a lot of sins, but I don't have. a
Yeah, I know
problem
that's
with the
some.
peaceful
Yeah,
thing.
but when you get on YouTube, I was thinking, or whatever, man, that's like Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm not on Facebook, but you hear how unpeacefully it is. You know, like just
Yeah.
this person saying this about that person, or I don't know. And then that's what Francis Chan was talking about here. It's like we're living opposite than what we were commanded to. Like he was saying, living peacefully, but now it's like it's what people don't want to do. You're always looking for some way to make your you can't like if you're trying to make it on like YouTube or even like these basketball players and stuff like that. It's almost like they have to cause a scene
Yeah. I
to
mean,
get noticed, so that they will be popular, and then they can be the star or whatever, start making money or start getting.
well, I've noticed that even in some of these YouTubers that are
Oh, yeah.
Christian YouTubers.
You see it on the headline of the YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like clickbait.
And some of these Christian YouTubers are, I mean, I guess some of them are trying to call out sins, but
Yeah.
then it's just constant. There's never an end.
Yeah.
There's never a peaceful moment in their channel. They're always stirring up anger in people.
Yeah. And it does. It works.
Yeah.
'Cause I had like my iPhone when I first got it. I guess I had the news app or something, and all these everyday news just kept feeding into my phone, and I would see it all the time. And it was mostly like liberal stuff. So I would get like it's just like control your mind, like your anger.
Oh yeah.
So I deleted it. I finally deleted it, and so I didn't even see it anymore. And that was the best thing to do
Oh, yeah.
because it totally released me from a lot of just stuff I didn't even need to be seeing every day. And then there's part, and like in the Bible, I don't have it wrote down. I should have prepared more, but
No, I mean,
it's talking about
it's my fault.
how we need to
I didn't
focus
mean
on, like holy things.
Right.
Paul says it in probably in Thessalonians. Guess we should know. But you know, everybody knows. They've read it. You can look it up. Don't focus on those things that stir up all of that. anger in you. But anyway, so yeah, live quietly, peacefully, and to mind your own affairs. That's a big one nowadays.
Hard one for people to do.
Yeah, like if you go through every one of these, it's like, okay, not doing that, we're not doing that, we're not doing that. Even work with your hands.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what do you, like, work with your hands? Wonder what he means. Like, he deliberately said work with your hands. Like, what, I mean, because I know there's people that didn't work with hands right there. Like, there were tax collectors and there were doctors and, or is that?
Well,
work?
tax collecting, you're still working with your hands.
Yeah.
You're just not real physical, but you're still. I mean,
Maybe it just means work hard.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Work.
Mind your own affairs. Work with your hands. Keep busy, I guess. But don't be a busybody. Quietly. But then, so like Chan was saying, Francis Chan, I liked when he said, what was it? Oh yeah, he was saying, so the Bible says, you know how Jesus was, he would like do miracles for people. Then he could tell them, don't go tell anybody. I mean, I think there's two things to that. It's not, I mean, one thing he would say it wasn't time yet. It wasn't his time, because he didn't want the people coming after him yet, because he still had time left before it was time for him to be crucified. So
Yeah.
I think there's two different reasons why he was saying that, but he did say it, and it was like, and then he would go hide from the crowds. You know, the crowds would come in, and he would duck out.
Mhm.
And what was I getting at? Okay, yeah. So he was saying,
Told the disciples to not tell anyone.
yeah.
And
So
that's the first thing they did.
yeah, but then like, I don't even know if it's what I'm getting at, but and then the Bible talks about we're supposed to confess our sins to one another.
Oh yeah.
So and he was talking about how we have the opposite, like
We do the opposite.
yeah, and then we're not supposed to boast, but like everybody's boasting and saying on stuff, but then you hide what you're not, what's really going on.
Yeah, that's when he said we ought to
Start posting
start
your
a new
sins.
app.
Yeah.
Instead of Instagram, make an app called, or a site called Sinstagram.
Yeah.
Where everybody posts their sins.
Yeah. So that when he said we got it backwards, I was like, man, that really hit me. But then just read. I didn't even pick up on all this, but we just read through. All this is backwards too. Living quietly, peacefully, mind your own affairs, and work with your hands. I mean, I think we're pretty good about not having that backwards. But I think I get caught up in a lot of that too. Like,
Well, I think it is harder today in the younger people.
yeah,
Not just the younger people. The people raising the younger people. And a lot of the social media has really played into that, mess some people up. But then you can't blame it all on social media. It's happening before that too, with television and
yeah. I mean, it's probably Christians' fault for not getting out and or not living by example and just getting caught up in worldly things, just like the world, and not being separate.
living by example. But before you can live by example, you have to be studied up and right. You got to be reading the Bible and praying, and then the fruits of the Spirit should start pouring out, or people will start seeing, hopefully, the fruits of the Spirit's coming out of you.
Yeah.
Or people will see that in you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it says on the next verse. So that you may walk, the reason to do it is so that you may walk properly before outsiders and be dependent on no one.
Yeah. And I've had speaking of that, living a peaceful life and then trying to live a peaceful life and trying to do this show, and now I am, Billy and I are helping coach the cross country team a little bit on Thursday nights. So, and also, I am in charge of youth at my church, and then you are a youth leader at your church, right?
No, I'm not the leader. I'm the 6th grade teacher.
Well, you're a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm at my church. I'm a youth leader, which I'm not really a teacher. I have a guy who is teaching.
Yeah.
I'm more of a delegator,
Organizing it.
organizer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll teach when I need to.
Yeah.
But it's so busy,
Yeah.
and
Well, yours is mine's not that busy because I'm not the guy who organizes it all, but I do have to.
but
It
these
is-
kids,
it's still busy,
these kids are looking at you in your youth program, and these kids are looking at me, and they're looking at us in the cross country. So, how do you live a quiet life in the chaos?
I think it's just
I mean, I think we've gotten to the bottom of it,
yeah, just
but when you go out
just not
there,
being all up in. I mean, mind your own affairs.
when we go out there and try and teach and instruct these youths, they need to see that we are living that quiet life in the chaos.
Yeah,
They somehow, I think they do.
yeah. So we have in our youth we're fixing to do the fall starting, and we're fixing to do the series that we're starting with is called I think it's called The Quiet Life. Simple Life. It's called The Simple Life. The first week is humility, and it goes into Ecclesiastes and talks about how everything is in vain in the world and everything. But anyway, maybe that was a big one. Humility. Maybe that's a part of living that quiet life.
Yeah, and humble.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Stole it from me.
Yeah. I mean, you can go through the Sermon on the Mount, the Beatitudes right there.
Right.
Like that's one of them, being meek, humble, and then another one's being pure at heart. And blessed are the peacemakers. I can't remember the ones right now. Poor in spirit. So yeah, you could go through there and see, look at that and see, am I any of this? Because then it says those who have those characters, it says you are the salt of the earth. You are the salt, and you are the light.
So yeah, I think we got to the bottom of it, and then talking about humility and humbleness. So us talking about the runs that we're gonna do the rest of the year. That's not us boasting. That's just.
That's us
I mean, I don't
crying out
think.
for help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually telling people that they can come run with us.
Yeah,
if they want, because we're gonna be running slow, and it'll be fun.
yeah. It's just entertainment.
Yeah. I think we got to the bottom of this, and we're gonna try and do more shows and videos.
Yeah, watch the Francis Chan.
Yeah,
Video.
I'm gonna try and put that a link or just I don't know, a link to the YouTube video if it'll let me. I'm not real good with technology, but hopefully you guys got a little bit out of this and enjoyed it. And we'll see you again next week, maybe. Okay.
All right.
Oh.